Hi, welcome to the other 167. For a short time of meditation, I've taken a topic, anguish. Anguish is extreme pain or distress a person is going through. David was going through a time of anguish as we find in Psalms 39 of the Old Testament of the Bible. And I wanted to bring out 3 points from how David responded to the situation. We do not know the background of what David went through, maybe from his enemies, maybe a time of catastrophe, whatever. But David, we know, he was a shepherd boy. God lifted him up to be the king of Israel, the greatest king of Israel. There are 3 points. One is quietness under affliction. We see in verse 1, I said, I will watch my ways and keep my tongue from sin. I'll put a muzzle on my mouth while in the presence of the wicked. So I remained utterly silent, not even saying anything good. So David chose quietness in the midst of anguish. We see in the book of James chapter 3 verse 6, the tongue also is a great fire, a world of evil among the parts of the body. It corrupts the whole body, sets the whole course of life on fire, and is itself set on fire by hell. We also see the power of tongue when we in Proverbs 18:21. Tongue has a power of life and death, and those who love it will eat its fruit. So David did not want to commit sin by opening his mouth and blurting out something against somebody or against God. Point number 2, David meditates upon frailty and mortality. We see in verse 4, when David opened his mouth, he was in the presence of God, he opened his mouth and asked God, show me, Lord, my life's end and the number of my days. Let me know how fleeting my life is. You have made my days a mere handbreadth. The span of my years is as nothing before you. Everyone is but a breath, even those who seem secure. So David knows that he's frail, he's weak, his life is short, how fleeting his life is. This is against the backdrop of the eternal God, the eternal nature of God, sovereign God. David says, we are but a breath, Lord. Even those who seem secure, the span of my years is nothing before you. So David meditates upon his frailty and his weakness, upon his mortality. Third, point number 3, David dependent upon God. We see in verse 7, in the midst of anguish, David realizes his mortality, his frailty, but he asks God, but now, Lord, what do I look for? My hope is in you. David says, my hope is in you. He commits himself into the hands of God. He also asks God, save me from all my transgression. He asks God for pardon. He also realizes he is going through a time of disciplining from God. Remove your scourge from me. I am overcome by the blow of your hand. So David knows the situation. It is perhaps the disciplining of God, or God, pardon my sin. So David introspects and also dependent upon God. He puts his trust on God, saying, my hope is in you, God. My hope is in you. I close here. David went through a time of anguish. And the 3 points I wanted to bring out. 1, quietness under affliction. David did not open his mouth. He did not want to complain or grumble or commit sin by his tongue. So he chose to be quiet under the affliction. Point number 2, David meditated upon frailty and mortality. When he opened his mouth, he asked God, show me, Lord, my life's end and the number of my days. He realized how fleeting how fleeting his life is. The number of my days is like a breath of my hand. So David realizes the frailty, the mortality. And point number 3, David commits himself into the hand of God when he says, my hope is in you. David asks God for pardon, realizes he goes through the time of discipline, commits himself into the hands of God. My hope is in you. When we go through times of anguish, situations of confusion or crisis, how do we respond? Do we open our mouth and blurt out against somebody or against God? Sin, do we do that? Or how do we face challenges? Are we like David, sitting in the presence of God, finding how frail, how short our life is, and giving glory to God and giving ourselves to God, saying, my hope, Lord, is in you. My hope is in you, Lord. May God bless us. May God help us. I wanted to sing a song. When I look into your holiness, When I look into your loveliness, when all things that surround become shadow in the light of you. When I found the joy of reaching your heart, when my will becomes enthroned in your love, when all things that surround become shadow in the light of you. I worship you. I worship you. The reason I live is to worship you. I worship you. I worship you. The reason I live is to